It's time for SideScrollers on YouTube.com. With me, Stuttering Craig. People are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You got a goal? Go get it. And producer extraordinaire, Travis Key.
Hi, guys.
Co-hosted with some of the most talented friends from around the internet. And brought to you by you, the G2 community at patreon.com/SideScrollers. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's time for SideScrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome on out to SideScrollers on YouTube.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig. Welcome to the most entertaining, wonderful, #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's SideScrollers. Joining us today, a special 100 spectacular 100 out of 100 guest lineup. We are joined by the lovely, super talented Guam native Blabs.
I was like coughing when you did it. Hi, everybody. Hi. How's it going? I'm happy to be here.
Glad you're joining us. Also joining us today, the Frozen Man himself, straight from the other side of the world. It is my man, Adam Krigler.
I don't know why I keep freezing. I'm so frustrated with it, man. I've been trying to figure it out for like a week now, and nothing's working. So hopefully I'm not freezing. Have I frozen yet?
You're kind of like a popsicle. Sometimes you're frozen. Sometimes you're nice and juicy. I don't know.
Well,
that's right.
Well, me if it happens. All right. Hopefully it's a really weird face, so you can meme me.
You're looking good, looking sharp.
Thank
Speaking
you.
of looking good, looking sharp, look at this young lad right here. The super producer extraordinaire, it's Travis Keys.
Hey guys, look at what I'm wearing today.
Ooh, man, the first ever SideScrollers merch.
Double feature.
Yeah,
That's right.
actually, this fits perfectly. Love the hat too. It feels nice.
Coming very
Nice.
soon. So I found out why I haven't got mine yet because I ordered a couple different types of hats. And one of the hats, it was included in the order. Long story short, I had to cancel that because it's not going to work. So mine should be here in the next couple days. And once I try them on, once I feel good about it, then we'll make them available to all the G2s. So that should be exciting. But also joining us today, dear Lord, look at him.
The first SideScrollers guest.
Well,
second, Kara.
Listen.
Sorry, I didn't get to introduce her, so I feel she was
I'll
part
tell
of the
you
team.
this. I'll tell you this. Listen, everybody's a part of the team, especially this crazy, lovable son of a bitch.
Wow.
Drunk the review.
Damn.
Look at him. Look at that guy. Look at him.
Hi.
I like your Boba Fett neon behind you. That's dope.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
someone sent that to me, so I was like,
That's cool. Is that new?
yeah, somebody
I like
made
it.
that. They made
That's-
it pretty awesome. I was like,
fresh,
yeah, of
dude.
course I'll display it. Of course, I didn't decorate it. Now you can still see the cord. I gotta stick the cord behind the keyboard, but you know that's
Well,
how it is.
I wasn't gonna say something about it. I was silently judging you.
That's good.
There it
Well,
is. Wait, what does Blabs have under her? J Sims for Adam. There's no lying there. All right, I'm gonna do that. There's no lying there. There's no line there.
It's been
Craig
there
was
for
like-
the last 10 minutes.
Craig
It's
was
wondering when
like-
you notice.
Craig was like, you want to come on the show? I was like, I don't know, man. My schedule. He's like, Adam Krigler will be on. I was like, yeah. First opportunity, I want to be there with Adam. Absolutely.
Oh,
you should have seen.
Jay.
You should have seen him. Like it was like that. It was like Batman running with a bomb to get on the show that fast. He was running so fast to be.
I
His
love
first
Adam
question
Krigler. You don't
was-
understand. Like when I was first searching for like alternative media, it was like that for me. Adam was like the voice of reason on a show.
Hold on. Let's put you guys right next to each other.
Aw.
Wait, complete the
His
heart.
first question was, "Is he going to have a shirt on?"
There we
Yeah.
go.
Too bad
That's
you're.
kind of that was
bad your
wonky.
camera's
Adam's
frozen.
in
It's
like a
not
mid
working.
heart.
That's
Wait,
awesome.
am I frozen? And it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness. I give up. I don't understand.
Oh my god.
At least you're stuck in like this heart pose. It's pretty cool.
Am I still?
Well,
Oh
I mean,
man.
the pose is like behind your microphone, so it's almost good.
But it's where your
Okay.
heart should be.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, we got a
Very, very
spectacular
close to
show.
him. His
I'm
heart.
gonna let me see if that fixes it. I just turned down my resolution a little bit, so maybe it was too much.
Actually, it looks.
You were too
like it's-
HD. You were too
Feels
high
better.
definition. That's what it was.
Jay just got left hanging over there. I saw
I know.
that.
Oh, no, I was trying to fix my camera. I'm sorry, Jay. Wait, I got you.
Oh, look at that.
I got news for you.
So
Hey.
sad.
This is man love.
That's right.
It's different.
Something you would know nothing about.
That's right. Oh man, I love it. Listen, we got a spectacular show today. Spectacular. As we're going to be talking all sorts of social media news, and everybody loves social media news, which will be great.
Yeah.
We'll do the news and all that stuff. I went on a field trip this weekend. I did something I'd never done before. I went to a honky-tonk, which we're going to talk about.
Honky-tonk.
We're going to talk about that later on. Which this should be really, really great to see how everyone's reaction is to that. But before we do that, I want to give Jay the opportunity to talk about something that he has going on because, dear Lord, this is a massive social media superstar we have in front of us. Jay, please tell us more about your project.
Well, I appreciate it. Appreciate the time. About almost 3 years ago, I had this idea. Remember, I was out at a park and just seeing what was happening with like our collective stories and just how everything is beginning to shift. I just began to write down like this world with these characters and put this outline together. And to make a long story short, just meeting with different people, I just put together a series of awesome stories, especially for the young people. As we know, as you can see today, like they need better stories out there. They need better stories.
Understatement.
And we put together a graphic novel, and I didn't expect too much, but I did. My heart and soul has been in this thing with creative writers and lawyers and editors and everything. And I was happy to launch it. Really nervous, but we launched it, and it's an awesome story. It's the world building part of the first book. And if it does well, which it looks like it's doing really awesome, then maybe we can get to
243%, dude.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
great, man.
That is
Thank
awesome.
you.
Way to be.
Thank
That
you.
is
And
great.
also, we're doing something really cool because if this isn't your thing, if you're like, Jay, I love comic books, I love stuff, but this story isn't really for me. I totally understand. We made it for all ages. There is a tier that you could buy one that I will get into a child that probably couldn't afford it. And I've already spoken to some boys and girls clubs and Ronald McDonald houses and things like that in my area. Awesome. And if there's enough bought, I'm just gonna hit the road, man, and we're gonna go. There's a tier on there. You can just like go give them out, go give them away, and that's something that's really special to me if you know who I am. And the support has been incredible. I'm blown away. My goal was like if I can get to 10,000 in the first 30 days, then I'll probably extend it another 30. And we hit it in 12 hours.
Wow.
So many people with their encouragement and their love saying we need more stuff like this, like because it's not about me. It's just about getting adventure and stories back to our younger people, where they're just not bogged down with whatever else they're trying to be pushed, and just so that kids can be kids and they can have, so people can be confident that I'm going to give a book to someone that's not filled with some garbage.
And good for you, after having the successful thing, immediately trying to help children. You know what I mean?
Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna hit the road. We're gonna put them in the back of my car, and we're gonna film the whole thing. And
the books, not the children, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Just places that we're gonna drop them off. Many people know I just finished a special needs orphanage in Mexico. And so I'm going to go back there. They're also learning English there as part of a trade. So they need books as well to read and to practice their English. So it'd be awesome to go and take it over there to them. And some really cool stuff in the works, man. It has been an incredible year so far. And there's good people in the world. They're still good. And not just me. I'm just saying the whole team that I've surrounded myself with, they're doing some incredible things. They don't get enough credit, but huge shout out to the Geeks and Gamers community and Anna, that Star Wars girl, helped me put this because I don't know anything about this world, this Indiegogo world and campaigning. And people just came. They said, we want you to be successful. And it's beautiful, man. It is beautiful to see that people clapping, for other people's success. It's really different than what you normally see in things like this. So I'm just like blown away by the love by the love.
Well,
So I'm
Jay,
very blessed. So
There you
I
go,
know-
Jay. There's
I
your
know-
heart. There's your heart, buddy.
I know from the interview that when you were on my show about the amount of stuff that you do for other people, and it really is incredible. So I'm really happy that this has been a success, and you deserve it. So
let's get to 30K, baby. Let's keep it going.
That's awesome. That's great.
Give me 10,000 books to give out, man. I'll drive the whole country. That'd be honored to. I'd be honored to.
That's great, man.
So,
that is awesome. Well, congratulations, and
thank you guys.
I look forward to
thank you
seeing
for letting me use your platform to promote that. I really appreciate it.
Well, this isn't a platform. This is just a bunch of folks hanging out who like video games, which is good. So, but I'm glad that I'm positive some people. So what I'm trying to read this. Is it
Achromatic Chronicles?
Got it.
Blue. Got it. So achromatic means void without color, and we have blue. So
blue.
It's about a young person who's in a place where he can't question anything, where everything is set up to where it's supposed to be, and he has a unique friendship with something, and it takes him on an adventure where he finds value and purpose in his life, in his world. I think that's just a lot of things that a lot of our young people now, with social media and everything else, it's like they feel like they have no value or purpose, and they need to get something in there to inspire them, to let them know that they don't have to be perfect at everything to have value and purpose in this world.
Yeah.
So if I could help in a little way and just creating some stories where it's like, yeah, I have value. I'm like him. Maybe I could be like that or have something. Then my job is done.
Good for you, man.
My job is done.
Great.
And that goes for everybody, young and old. No matter who you are, whatever you're doing, you have value and purpose, and the world needs you. So don't sit on your dreams. Don't listen to excuses. Don't listen to lies that people tell you, that you're too old, that you're too poor, that you're too this, that you're not educated enough, that you're not whatever. Don't turn those lies into truth in your own head, and get out there and accomplish what you want to do, because the world is waiting. The world is freaking waiting. So
look at you.
Get out there.
Look at you.
Well,
all right, there's my sermon for the morning.
If more people thought that way, it would change the world. You know what I mean?
Social media, people get lost. They get lost in humanity, in comparisons. It's like comparison's the death of yourself. You know, if you don't use it to improve yourself, you're using it to destroy yourself. And too many people choose the latter. Sorry, Blabs, what were we going to say?
Oh, no, I was just saying I actually read the book. I really liked it. I thought it was really sweet. It was a nice story. No agenda. It's nice nowadays. You don't see that anymore.
Cool.
It's
That's
just
great.
a simple, sweet story. So good job, Jay.
Well, cheers to you, man. Cheers to you. That's awesome, Jay. Love it. Want to remind everybody, you can also head over and support the show over at patreon.com/sidescrollers. In addition we're at 169 patrons, which is great. If anybody would like to hop over and become 170, that'd be amazing. Love to give you a shout out during the show, just like this, because Ermac resub Prime for 21 months over on Twitch. Thank you so much. Steel Leg of History came in, says, for my good friend Adam, his content support, and Jay. Adam, this is my new name when I start my history of prosthetics.
Yep.
Going back as far as I can. Be blessed.
Be blessed.
Oh, be blessed.
Well, Robert.
That's Robert.
Robert Wiles. I'm gonna call you Robert Wiles forever. You can change your name all you want. You're always gonna be Robert to me. But I love that you're gonna be doing this. He's going through the entire history of prosthetics, and it's from pirates getting their legs blown off to getting the wooden pegs to
Pirates,
the new
Jay?
stuff that he's doing. Which
I know Robert
he's
really
getting
well,
a swimming leg.
That's
He
fascinating.
can swim again with two legs, so it's really cool. So there's a long history there that no one really talks about.
Yeah, I bet you a lot of it was pushed by people getting injured in war. You want to take care of your people who
that was pirates.
For your country.
They're OGs. They were losing it in war.
Yeah.
GK also came in with 100 bits. Says, you guys are not observing President's Day. How dare you? Listen, entertainment and podcasting never stops. All right.
Never waits.
Jeff, thanks so much for the raid. Appreciate that. And also gifting a sub to Tyrant. That's
I think
amazing.
we well established we all have patriotic shit around the other day, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're good.
There's my patriotic stuff right there.
Yeah.
They're not all around me, but they're like to the side of me, if that counts.
Now, Invader came in and summed it up great. A bunch of folks hanging out, working to pull that stick out of the video game industry's ass. That's right. That's the whole idea of the show, of just taking that, just pulling it back out. This is a movement. I don't know if you guys realize this. This Side Scrollers show. You guys are into the bottom of the very beginning of a movement to slowly just rip the giant stick with barbs out of the ass of the gaming
Ugh,
industry.
sounds
Listen,
painful.
it's going to be gross.
Ugh.
It's going to be gross. I'm not going to lie.
Fatality.
Preparation H.
That's great. And then Samurai Vader came and says, "Hey, it's Jay, my favorite black YouTuber."
What?
Thank you.
That's not all you can say to that. Huh?
Nice.
Nailed it. All right, let's get into this. Let's talk some news. This should be fun today. Once again, a full run. I do want to remind you guys tonight at 9:00. I'm actually going to be playing poorly Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with the Geeks and Gamers crew. That should be super fun. Last time I
cool.
did that, I got my shit kicked in for approximately 2 hours. They're exceptional. I told them, I was like, I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna train. I have not played once since the last time. So you can watch me just get destroyed tonight by Geeks and Gamers. I will be streaming here on this channel. And I played through Art. You guys ever heard of Art of Fighting before? The Neo Geo game from back in the day?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So I played through that last night, and the final boss was like this quarter grabbing son of a gun who just is constantly, you die a million times. Anyways, I'm supposed to, the sequel apparently is harder. So I'm probably gonna have to hold off on that till tomorrow. So tonight is going to be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So
It was pretty rage inducing and enjoyable.
Thank you, Trav. Appreciate that. All right, let's get into this. Let's talk some news. Get a little background tunes going on, and get into this because I don't know if you guys saw. This was actually really big news over the weekend, where Twitter announced that they are going to be they're going to be charging for the two-factor authentication whenever you log in, the extra security of working on of having a Twitter account. Did you guys see this?
Yes.
What? I actually didn't. Was I asleep all weekend?
I got a notification yesterday when I logged into Twitter.
Yeah, I got a text message saying suspicious activity. Here's a code to your phone, and it logged me in. That's it. I got nothing else.
Do you get hacked, Blabs?
No, I don't know why. I mean, I think it's because I have like multiple accounts and 3 different devices and everything, and it was like, why do you have so many things? But I don't know.
Here, show that picture. I just sent it to our Twitter messages.
Okay. I'll look at that here in just a minute.
Oh yeah. I didn't see that you had this up.
Sure. So Twitter announced it will now charge its users for text-based two-factor authentication, meaning only Twitter Blue subscribers will be able to utilize the security feature after March 30th. Twitter shared the news in a blog claiming we've seen phone number-based two-factor authentication be used and abused by bad actors. So starting today, we will no longer allow accounts to enroll in the text message method of two-factor authentication unless they are Twitter Blue subscribers. And of course, people are like, Elon Musk, you son of a gun. You're over here.
What a businessman.
What a businessman. Absolutely. Just what a businessman.
What did they expect from him after he bought it? I mean,
well, okay. So the way that I see it and how I've gathered from different people talking about it is it can be abused. And this is the message that you get when you log into Twitter. And I didn't do it yet. But I am interested in the fact that you can't get Twitter Blue everywhere. It's only available in North America right now.
Right.
So the fact that he's rolling this out before allowing the world to enroll in Twitter Blue, it's like, you're cutting off like a large portion of clients or potential customers that might enroll in Twitter Blue to get a check mark. Now I can't get it. I could probably VPN and get it, but I don't know. It just feels weird. Like allow it everywhere so that it would be a little more fair across the board. I think he's trying the short term to try to make more money because he's saving money by not paying for the text message services. But he'd be making a lot more money if he allowed the globe to enroll in Twitter Blue.
I have a question. Do you guys think that's because, say the cost of living is way different everywhere around the world? You know what I'm saying?
True.
Some people make $1 a day. So how could they ever afford that? You see what I'm saying?
How can they afford smartphones with internet?
That's a good question.
I mean,
but
I think this has a lot to do with bots and bot companies that use tons of bots to
Right.
promote or push whatever.
Yeah.
Also, too, he did announce that if you have like a really cool tweet and they throw an ad in there and you have the Twitter Blue, that you'll get a percentage of that
Yeah, you get paid
money.
by it.
So you get
That's
paid.
true.
So I think he's trying to change the culture of Twitter to where creators are probably eventually he's
Incentivized
gonna
to use it.
yeah. So it's like if you could start making money off Twitter, off your tweets or posting videos, then yeah, it's like you're gonna want more security, things like that. So it's almost as if Elon is just learning as he goes.
Oh, 100%.
He's just kind of like, let's try this, and then he'll tweet out, "Sorry, everyone, it kind of messed that up." Which is get back to regular programming.
Yeah, he's done that.
He's done it already. Yeah. But I think you're right. I think that what he's doing right now is testing the waters with a lot of this stuff, right? He's like, well, we're going to do this. And the people go, no. And then he pulls back. He goes, okay, we messed up, which we live in this age of social media. I mean, social media is still a relatively new thing. It's about 15 years old, 16, 20,
in the
20
scheme of humanity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So the business model of social media isn't necessarily, we are the products on social media. And I think he's trying to turn that to where Twitter is the product and the user then pays for it. Because, if you have a service that has 30 million users and, 20% of them are paying $8 a month. I mean, that's a pretty good source of revenue every month for a social media platform, as opposed to having to rely on advertising, which, as you see with the economy up and down, you never know how that's going to go. So
is that how they made money before? Was just pure advertising clicks, like ads on the side of the.
Yeah, Twitter Blue wasn't even,
dollars.
Twitter Blue was that.
Something caught in my throat.
Right. Twitter Blue was not even a discussion for most users until Elon Musk came in and kind of revamped it. So, but it's interesting. What's even more interesting is that now the success of Twitter Blue, or at least the idea of Twitter Blue of paying for a verification check mark, has it been extended over to Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I find this hilarious.
Why is
Twitter, well, all right. Twitter is popular. It's being used. It's on its way up, if you will.
It's not the most popular, funny enough.
Comparatively. All right, yeah, what? To TikTok? Is that what you're trying to...
Facebook apparently is the most popular still.
Yeah, Twitter's like...
Yes,
the
but the difference is Facebook is on its way out.
Facebook, all the old people plus me still use it.
Well, and what does popular mean? Somebody looks at it for 5 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't see.
I use it for Marketplace and like a group chat or something like that. DMs. I don't actually really use it for newsfeed anymore. You find the occasional meme, and that's about it.
No need to be defensive, Blabs. All right, I'm not attacking you.
No, I'm not being defensive.
I want to challenge.
I use it for good reasons.
I actually want to challenge.
I'm not
Adam
saying
on
it's
that.
not useful. I'm not saying it's not useful.
I actually want to challenge Adam on that.
Oh, hold on, stop! Everyone, stop! Hold on. Jay is challenging his. He's challenging.
Are you challenging me today?
He's out.
He's out.
He's gone.
Not in that sense. Not in that sense.
All right, continue.
Listen, anytime I'm on with Adam, we all know he's the smartest man in the room. So, but I will say this.
I don't know that. I don't know what you're talking about. It's ridiculous.
Anyway, I will say this.
Go ahead.
That Facebook was on its way out, and when they begin to open up the monetization feature, people started going back and using Facebook because they could get their videos monetized. Instagram now has done the same thing. A lot of people don't realize that. I actually now get paid to post reels on Instagram. And so there's a whole thing. Every time I post a reel, it's for me, it seems like it doesn't matter if it got 1,000 views or 10,000 views. I make the same amount of money each month from Instagram. So I'm making money off Instagram, and there's going to be a point where, they want you to stay on their platform. So it's like, hey, if you pay for this and you get this, we're going to push your stuff out and you can make more money. That could be the future of all things. I do know Elon kept teasing. It's like, wait till creators can make money posting videos on Twitter, which is going to make Twitter look like a completely different animal than what we're used to seeing. Because If I can make $100 posting a video on Twitter rather than a tweet, I'm posting a video. I'd rather just post a video of me talking about what I'm doing than, because why not, right? If I can make a couple extra bucks, like why not? Why would I not capitalize on that opportunity? So I think a lot of these verification things are coming, and people will jump on it for the simple fact is that they are already monetized on these other social medias. And with the way YouTube now getting a new boss, and who knows what's going to happen, and with Rumble and everything, like people are going to try to find ways to monetize themselves on social media as much as possible. So,
Do you think
like Twitter Blue, you can't make any money on Twitter unless you're Twitter Blue. Like
do you
that
think
was
this is like the TikTok effect, like these Facebook and
so TikTok pays
YouTube
the
and...
worst apparently, unless you're like one of the top tier creators. So if you don't know, this is what they do. You get put into a poll of people that have similar like followers or viewership as you. So Instagram, you get put into a bucket, right? And so it's like you have the opportunity to make up to $1,200 a month on Instagram. Start posting reels. So with 1,000 people that are in my bracket, they pay you amongst like who did better all the way down. So it's kind of like a golf tournament, like you're put in this pool. So when you start to do better, you get put in a different pool where you can make more money and so on. So TikTok is kind of like that. But a lot of the creators I know that make money on TikTok, they're just like, man, it's rough because it's so saturated. But Instagram is kind of a new thing. So, if they start opening that up to other people, you'd be shocked that people will pay the money. If I can make $100 on Twitter, but all I got to do is pay $8 a month, then of course I'm doing it. Like that's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? It's a no-brainer. So, that's just how it is. That's my thought on the whole thing. I think Facebook is working their way back up because people now are streaming there. They're moving their stuff over. They've either got kicked off of YouTube, so they've moved back over to Facebook where they're live streaming. They did a whole Facebook gaming. It's not as popular. Don't get me wrong. It's like it's not a competition to anything, but yet people are still making a living doing that. So they're going to see where that takes it.
I think one of the things is if there's not as much competition on that platform, then maybe other people can do better. Like say, if everybody's streaming on Twitch, well, there are maybe some viewers who only watch on Facebook or only watch on YouTube.
I didn't know that Facebook monetized people till I talked to Young Ripa, and he's like, yeah, man, I had money on Facebook. And I was like, then I looked into it, and it's like, oh my gosh, there's a whole nother community other than, hey, mom, how's it going? Yeah, here's a picture of like the flowers you sent me. It's like there's something there's a whole side over there on Facebook that I was like blown away. I never even knew existed.
No, we've been hearing about how Facebook's going to die. Facebook's dead. Facebook's dying. And the reality is this: Facebook is the largest by a good margin. The largest, between Facebook and Instagram. Once again, Facebook owns Instagram. Meta owns Facebook and Instagram. So, and here's Twitter down here. Twitter, Snapchat now. TikTok isn't on this. TikTok may be higher. But when you look at this and the amount of users on Facebook, it's steadily grown. I mean, they had 2 billion users on Facebook, and this is a worldwide platform where Twitter, once again, you hear about all the time. Twitter is not real life. No, Twitter certainly is not real life, but I'll say this: it has the most influence over real life at times. Based off of
it's like the loudest person in the room. Yeah. But my question is engagement time. And that's what I meant earlier. So yes, all these people use Facebook, but do they track how long they use it? Does somebody just get on and, check, who said what today and get off?
Sure.
Because I know people who spend all day on Instagram.
Right. That's an interesting thing because a lot of people just put Twitter on one of their screens and leave it up all day because they could get breaking news as fast as possible on Twitter. Right. That's definitely the fastest platform. And you see what people use these other platforms for. So are they spending all day? If they're watching streamers on Facebook, then yeah, maybe they are spending a lot of time over there. So that's hard to market. But the other thing is someone brought it up in the chat because chats are always the MVP. I can use my Twitter Blue as a write-off. If I make money off Twitter, that $8 a month is a write-off. So
yeah, you'll get that back.
All that stuff too. And then if that promotes my brand or whatever I'm trying to push a little bit further than the next guy, I want that advantage. So I saw it coming, and it's like this is I don't think it. Yeah, there it is. I know people laughing, but if you look at it as a business, I never thought in a million years I'd be making money off Instagram of me just walking around. Like, hey, I hope y'all have a good day. And it's like that video's monetized.
I gotta look into that for Instagram. That's cool.
Yeah, let us know because we're gonna need it.
SideScrollers Instagram coming soon.
You got it. You got it. With that said, I was actually talking to Blabs about this because our social media is something that is going to be very, very important, and that's something that I don't know enough about social media. As far as I do, but I don't have the time to manage the social media and finding clips and such. So Travis is going to be working on that. But I was talking to Blabs about TikTok, and everybody's on TikTok. But SideScrollers will not be on TikTok. Well,
thank you.
That's just a
thank you.
That is
I'm not on TikTok. You said everyone.
I'm not on TikTok either.
I'm not sure how we would even cater content for TikTok. You know what I mean?
Craig goes up to me. He's like, are you on TikTok? And I'm like, no, that thing's fire. Go away.
No. That is legitimately a something where I will draw the line and say we're not doing it. I'll also draw a line and let you know that Big Top came in with the $5 direct donation. Says, hey yo, Judo Chop. Hey, thank you so much, Big Top. Appreciate that. A quick reminder that your support actually supports everybody on this show. So make sure you guys continue to support with your super chats, your direct donations, your bits, the whole thing that helps support them. But anyways, let's continue on with this story real quick, because what's interesting is Meta Verified is what it's going to be called. Not Blue, just Meta Verified. It's going to be $11.99 compared to the Twitter Blue $8 or $14.99 for iPhone users. It'll be available in Australia and New Zealand this week. So they've been working on this for a while. They saw what happened with Twitter, and they're rolling it out. So anyways,
does that include like both social platforms in one price? So like Facebook and Instagram together for $11 a month, because it's the same company.
That's what I was wondering. If they're like bundling
it together.
that's
kind of a good deal, because Twitter's $8 and this is $11 for two different platforms.
I was going to ask, do they own any streaming services? Because they'd be smart to offer that with the streaming.
Well, isn't there like the IG Live or whatever it is? But that's just live streaming.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Facebook has streaming. I know some streamers. Z-Laner, he's a gamer that streams on Facebook. He posts his videos onto YouTube, but he's pretty successful. I mean, he streams with Dr. Disrespect, so he's got a good crowd out there.
The Facebook streaming, is very similar. You throw bits, they just call it different. Everything is the same. Like you throw super chats, but it's just a different, just a different name,
right?
But it's all kind of set up the same way.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the thing about, Twitch has really nailed the idea of like live streaming monetization. They've done a really good job of nailing the ability to support a creator over there. So it only makes sense for Facebook to essentially copy everything. And that's what you see with all these platforms is you're going to see, if you see some success over on YouTube, they're going to bring it over to Facebook. If Facebook has success, and if you don't think that YouTube isn't going to roll out some sort of YouTube verified with their new CEO or something, and you can have a check mark next to your name to verify your account. I mean, come on, that's within 6 months.
I already do.
You already paid for that?
No, I already have the check mark next to my. If you have over 100,000 subs, you get.
I'm almost there.
The check mark.
Nice.
Go give Jay a follow.
I get there.
His channel's under attack.
On YouTube.
Channel's under attack. What are you talking about?
I'd rather you buy the book than that check mark. I don't know if that pays well.
Yeah, it doesn't pay anything. The check mark just means you hit over 100. That's it.
Yeah,
good for you. That's excellent. So there you go. I just think it's interesting. Social media is we've talked about it many times before. It's just such a total cesspool, but everybody is addicted to it and has to be on it. I remember Adam a couple days ago was like, I have Twitter open all day. I look at Twitter way too much. And I think Twitter as a whole, everybody hates it, but everybody needs to be on it just from the instantaneous nature of it.
Twitter was made for fighting, though, man. Twitter is made for fighting, like the quote tweeting and all the reply. It is just designed for arguing, and
social media is made
fighting
for fighting.
Facebook isn't so much. Like Facebook was a little different because I guess you just had your friends. So you kind of it never really pushed you out there to find if your tweet goes viral, people that have never heard of you could find you and follow you. Facebook and Instagram is kind of built a little different. Instagram
depends on how you use it. If you use it for your family and friends, then it's not really like that.
That's true.
if you use it as like a because I had
If you
I
use
had
this page,
a fan account when I was a pro skater. I would accept all my friends or anyone who wanted to be my friend, and I reached this point where you hit max, and it's like I think 5,000 friends is max. So I changed it to a fan account instead, and then created like a new regular account just for friends and family. And like that account before I made it the fan account, it's the same thing. Like I didn't know anyone. I mean, half the people, or I'd say 85% of the people were just people I had never even heard of, but they had heard of me through skating. So it was like, it was kind of, it depends on how you use it. Yeah, really.
So check this out. Everyone's like, MySpace should come back. We should bring back MySpace, right?
I miss AIM.
I still have a MySpace page.
Well, MySpace does exist still, but this version of MySpace is back.
Justin Timberlake bought it, I thought.
Yes, this is Space Hey. Space Hey. This is a real live platform that takes you back to 2005.
Space Hey.
It's called Space Hey. Why?
Space Hey.
I mean, Hey Space
would make more sense. Yeah.
It's a space for friends.
That's so hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah. So, anyways, you can actually go in and I mean, this looks like MySpace from.
It really does.
Did you make one, Craig?
Very much MySpace.
No, I haven't. But maybe we should have an official SideScrollers.
Yeah, make a SideScrollers on Space Hey.
We're all gonna migrate over.
No. Sorry, I will not be on Space Hey. Just gonna. Now maybe if they called it Hey Space, I don't know.
Snotlip says Kevin Space Hey.
Oh Lord. Quizza says this is beautiful. Right. There you go. I want to let you know before we move on to the news story. M. Freder came into the 100 bit. Says I adopted a 7-year-old dog over the weekend. Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Zola is.
They're cute.
She was used for breeding up to this point. Nice to give the dog a loving home. There you go, M. Freder. Love that. Congratulations. And Travis trying to get a hype train going on. Travis, who is on the show right now, literally using bits trying to get a hype train going over on Twitch. Thank you, Trav. Appreciate that. And GF Raptor fan came in, and M. Freder says the dog wasn't potty trained. Gives you an idea how things went the first 7 years. That is
yeah.
Yikes.
That's hard on a 7-year-old dog too.
And,
to learn, yeah.
Travis with another 1,000 bits. Thank you, Travis. So I can personally say thank you, Travis. Say thank you, Travis. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Travis.
hey, Travis. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just want to give you thanks. Thanks for
that.
Oh,
hi. Thanks.
Yeah.
I didn't even say anything. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Love it. J Rome gifted 5 subs over on Twitch, which is outstanding. Thank you so much, J Rome. That is awesome. To Smart Light, Adam Long, Breakfast Lunch and Din, Shadow Lindra, and the Cowboy. That's great. Thank you very much, J Rome. Appreciate that. And Super Satan Son came in, says with the 5,000.
What?
CLP.
Yeah.
5,000 what?
CLPs.
I'll find out what it is.
I don't know what that is, but
says here waiting for Twitter Blue to be available worldwide too. And yes, Twitter may have single-handedly destroyed online discourse, making it all about quickie comebacks instead of nuanced discussion.
It's the Chilean peso, is what it is.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's great. And Rock versus Synth gifted a sub to Marty. That's awesome. Rock versus Synth. Thank you very much. And Extra Zero comes in and says, I think we need to return to anonymity online. You don't take people say so seriously. You don't have to risk trying to ruin those lives. Right. Well, so the anonymity side of things is interesting, right? If we want to kind of backtrack to the social media side, because I want no anonymity online. I want if somebody's saying something to me, I want to know exactly who it is. I want to know outside of their house, but I want real pictures of them. I don't want avatars. I don't want VTubers. I want to know exactly who the person is, because if you're going to say it to me, if you're going to say whatever you want, say it with your chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my thought on it. So
yeah, I use the avatars and stuff, but I always tell people who I am, because I am very opinionated and want people to know exactly who I am when I say things.
Same.
Weasel, you are attacked. You are attacked, Weasel. There it is right there.
I use my avatar because it's a joke.
I like that.
It's a good
Jay's
one.
like defense.
Yeah.
But it's your face when you say
It just,
these things, you know?
yeah. It just
Right.
started as a joke, and here we are. That's just
Here
so
we are.
weird.
Hey, look at this. Commodore Krigler came in with 200 bits. Says Adam is the best gamer. Let's tell us something we don't know.
Thank you. Thank you. That was awfully familiar. It's me. It was me.
There it is, right there.
That's me.
All right, let's move on to our next story here. And this, Jay, I'm hoping to provide some get some input from you on this, because Avatar, The Way of Water, has passed Titanic. It is now the third highest grossing film of all time.
Wow.
Jay,
who's seen it?
I've seen it. So, I have an
Did you see it,
avatar.
Jay?
I have an avatar channel
And you saw it
Pandora.
Obviously.
multiple times.
You saw it multiple times. Avatar 2.
Yeah, in every different format.
Wow.
Is it as good as?
Did you see on
is it-
VHS?
I hear it's great. I hear it's good.
It's
Yeah, my question is
It's
it
good.
good as the first one or better?
it's different.
I loved it.
I
might
thought
be
it
better.
was good in a different way than the first one. The first
Yeah.
one adds a lot of introduction. You kind of like getting to know the Na'vi and like their way of life. And the second one, you know, you start to realize that it's not just the Na'vi that you met already. There's around the planet, there's different types of Na'vi, and you're like,
Almost
in
like
the
different
like the
races like we
water
have.
world version instead of the forest and the sky. It's really cool. It's really beautiful. I really loved it. My wife was obsessed with it. She loves the
I have a
ocean. So.
question. And this is a legit question for those who have seen it. What's the lead character's name?
Jake,
Which one? Jake Sully?
Okay, I legitimately don't know. That's why I'm asking. Because
have you
Damn.
seen Avatar 1?
yeah, but like 12 years ago,
The
13
Thierry.
years ago, like
Jake Sully.
so.
Yeah.
Isn't that the Uncharted guy? Jake
No.
Sully.
That's Tom Holland.
Sam Worthington.
No, it's not,
Yeah.
Blabs. Get her out of here. I can't
wait,
believe she just said
that's
that. Wow. No. I can't believe I just heard that. She said Tom Holland. That's not. Oh my God.
In some Uncharted movie charter.
Yes, he was in the movie, but he was the terrible cast for that.
Oh yeah, it was a terrible
Holy
movie.
shit.
The star's real name is Sam Worthington. Actually, he did an interview
Killed Adam.
about how
Yes, Nathan
doing
Drake.
the movies Wrath of the Titans or whatever, and kind of drugged down his career. He actually said that himself.
Really? I like him as an actor. I think he's good.
Yeah.
I
I
think-
like him too, but he said that slowed down his career a lot doing that movie.
Huh.
I think the
Wrath
biggest
of the
thing with
Titans. I don't know that one.
the biggest thing with Avatar, which is intriguing to me, is that like Jay, you seem like you're really into it. Adam, you seem like you're really into it. And I have like no interest in seeing this movie. I saw the first one and it just seemed like the most average blockbuster I've ever seen. You know what I mean? It didn't really do a whole lot for me, so I didn't really feel the need to see the sequel. But apparently the sequel has it's beautiful, right? That's
Huge
So
stars.
let me say this.
Yeah, I want to hear
Please.
Jay's take on it.
People don't know, but as a side hobby, I started a YouTube channel called Drinking in Pandora. Because I just felt like Star Wars to me just fizzed out. Everything that I loved in pop culture kind of fizzed out. So I kind of gravitated toward this sci-fi. There's like comic books and lore and all this stuff that comes with it that I was just really fascinated with. It's not a huge channel. It is, yeah, there it is. Oh, you found it quick. I haven't really uploaded since the movie came out, but you know, I have shorts on there that have over 1 million views. So
Nice.
there's definitely an audience for this. And
Yeah, and if you like doing it in your free time, hey,
it's
make money
just,
doing
yeah,
it.
I didn't really, you know, it is what it is. But like that one has over 1,100,000 views. Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
cool.
the thing that we just gone through a terrible patch of films that just sucked. And Avatar wasn't brain busting, you know, holy crap, that's the most amazing thing. The visuals were outstanding. He filmed it. He created a brand new camera for it. James Cameron did.
Yeah.
The thing that stuck
Only
out to
way of
me,
shooting.
the thing that stuck out to me more than anything was we finally got to see a strong father. We have not seen a strong father
Good
that
point.
cared about his family, that did anything to save his family, his sons, his children. that went. I mean, the whole movie was like him protecting his family. I'm the father. I'm protecting my family. I'm doing whatever it takes. And from start to finish, this was Jake Sully's struggle was, how do I keep my family safe? I have put them in a predicament. I've put other people in a predicament that they could die or get hurt. And it's like, I got to keep them safe by any means necessary. I got to teach them to fight. I got to teach them to hunt. I got to teach them to, and so you're watching this. And not to give it away if you haven't seen it, there's just one scene that was, by the time we got to this one scene, the emotion was like, geez, man, like it was heavy.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so you're just kind of like, whatever James Cameron did, it was like you haven't seen something like that on the big screen in a while.
Pause it right there.
Pause it?
Perfect. Pause it. Right. Go back a second. So on that same point, Jay, and which is a fantastic point. I didn't even think about it.
Is she pregnant there?
This is Jake Sully's girl.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt
and
you.
No. It's fine. It's fine. It shows a strong female lead that isn't like Butch. That isn't like I make all the decisions. Because Jake Sully is still kind of like the man of the house, and they have a really good relationship. They're really open. They spar at some points, but it still kind of shows that, you know, he could be the strong male lead without like sacrificing what the woman is in a relationship. It still shows like what a strong female character can be, because she's a freaking, I mean, again, without spoiling it, but there's a scene near the end where
she's wow.
Yo, it's badass.
See, on Adam's point too, there's moments where she looks at her husband and is like, those are your kids. Like, he goes, I'm their father. I'm supposed to be hard on them. I'm not supposed to be their friend.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to train them, you know, for what's coming. So it just was very moving to me, and it set the whole tone, you know, because then, and the other thing is too, is what I appreciate. So you have Jake Sully's children who, yes, they're teenage, they're rebellious. One of them is like, you know, he's a bonehead. He does things. But at the end of the day, when dad is yelling, he's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do it. Yes. Yeah. And he's like built this into his children. Not like in other movies. Like I just saw, and I'm not going to ruin it, but I just, you know, I saw Ant-Man, and that whole film, like Scott's daughter is like, I know you're my dad, but I'll do whatever I want. I don't care. She gets arrested. She goes to and he's like, hey, don't do that. And he goes, I don't care. I don't care what you say to me. And this movie just shows a different side of the family where it's like, yeah, I respect my father, but it still has that teenager like rebellion. I'm going to go out and try not to get caught, you know? And so it just was different, man. It just was different. And
it is nice to see characters that aren't stereotyped. Like like you guys were talking about the woman character. Yes, strong women don't have to be ugly or giant, or, you know, they can be beautiful and manly. Yes, they can be beautiful and deadly and sexy while they're doing it. Why not?
Well, now Guardians of the Galaxy, they removed all the boobs and butts off all the female characters.
Nebula.
They removed what's his name? Dick Bulge.
I got
like,
you. I got you, Craig. I'm gonna find this real quick. Hold on.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you what, Jay. The way you're talking about this, actually, like I've heard nothing. I've had zero interest in this movie, like zero, as far as Avatar goes. It's like, okay. And what I wanted to talk about was how this seems like it's just like the biggest nothing burger, right? Like it seems for a movie that's number 3 all time as far as gross movie sales. It doesn't seem like it has that big of a cultural impact. I don't see Avatar toys and shirts.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
You just said why.
I know, but
you literally. Okay, go ahead.
I know, but for the past few, James Cameron is a freaking genius. For the past few years, we've got nothing but crap films, right? Just garbage. Maybe Spider-Man and Top Gun, the only two that maybe are worth like, wow, they were awesome.
Interstellar.
James Cameron drops this movie around the Christmas box office, promoting it like this is a family thing. You're gonna love it. Even though it's 3 hours, you're gonna see something you've never seen before in 3D. And if you see it in IMAX, you'll catch yourself staring and forgetting the movie, how beautiful it's done. So he drops it then. DC, Marvel, and all them, they see Avatar coming and they move all their movies away. So there's nothing else playing in the month of December. So people want to take their families to the film. It's like, well, what do we got? All we got is Avatar. So let's go see Avatar. There was no competition for this film for like 2 months. There was nothing that came out. You had Puss in Boots. Everybody loved that. It really wasn't the competition for Avatar. Also, James Cameron knows that if my movie's going to make billions, it's got to be seen worldwide. He put a movie together that didn't have all the craziness that gets banned in China or Indonesia and all these other places. Like Marvel's been recently, like all these other Disney films that have bombed because they can't get an international market. And it is flying internationally. So he just dropped this movie. Like I said, it's not like a brain-busting, like, holy crap, cultural movie. He dropped this movie in a time where there was nothing else to watch over the Christmas holiday. People enjoyed it. They went back and watched it again. It's 3 hours of fun. It's not a whole bunch of stuff in your face. Visuals were amazing, and people left happy. He couldn't have picked a better time to drop this film. That's why it just took off. The only competition that it finally hit was Ant-Man, which was just literally a week ago. There was nothing else that came out.
Yeah, and it's still not even.
And Ant-Man, from what I hear, I haven't seen it. It reminded everyone why they liked Avatar in the first place, because it was just they've had nothing but woke nonsense for years, and
Yeah, that's a shame.
according to what I hear, it wasn't a very good movie. So,
it was terrible. It was like I'm a Marvel fanboy. I hated it. I can't.
Yeah,
Really?
I really liked it.
And I loved the first two Ant-Man films, and most
Yeah.
people didn't like them.
I did.
I did
This
too.
movie-
I love the first one a lot.
Yeah,
It's
they
great.
were both
The second
really
one
good.
was
I
probably my
thought.
favorite of the two, just because the side
Really?
characters made so much better. Like all of his
His
the
homies?
friends. Yeah, his
Yeah,
homies
the
were the
homies.
best part. They
Yeah.
I know.
killed me. They were so
Yeah,
funny.
he's great.
And then when he
Here's,
walks out in his big sweater outside of the high school because he shrunk down, kills me. He's going down the stairs. He's like, "Oh, do you want your juice box?" Like, it kills me. That was so funny. And then you hear this, and it's like, "Oh, that's great."
Here's what you sent over. Is this legitimately the same character?
Yep.
Yeah. This is the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Nebula, she's a babe.
Wow.
And this
And
is
that Karen Gillan is beautiful. Like she's
She's
a
Amy
beautiful
Poehler
woman.
too.
She's
She's
very
a
beautiful.
freaking
flawless.
babe.
And
Like,
look
what
what
are
they
you-
did to her.
what are you doing?
I
Look
don't
what they
understand.
did. Look
I
what they
don't
did to my
understand.
boy.
Like,
My girl.
what is the logic here?
I don't know. Even like
she
Peter
probably
Quill looks stupid in that
Oh,
one
man.
too. He looks like he lost like a ton of muscle. He used to be really big, and I got like
He looked
no
like he went
muscles.
vegan.
Yeah.
Well, what was the reason behind removing Namor's
No
bulb?
comment.
Nothing, no real reason either. Besides, somebody might be offended by seeing a dick bulge.
I'm
or a
probably gonna
boob.
offend some people so I'm not gonna say it.
I just
Say it.
don't.
Oh, I'll offend people because people are too freaking sensitive. They can't stand to see beauty on the television. Right now, if you didn't know, the classic book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it had to go and get sensitized. So they removed the word fat out of this book and changed it. You know, Aldolf, what's his name? Who
It's
drinks
all of Roald Dahl's books. They're
Yeah,
not
they-
just that book.
What?
Literally,
But they've
they're
been
taking
attacking him
all
for
of his
years.
books and changing all of the text
Just
to
sad.
modernize it.
because
Are you
people are
serious?
sensitive.
Yeah,
so
I'm
like
dead
that, the
serious.
kid, the guy, what's his
Insulting.
name?
I think I got an
He
article.
drinks the chocolate river in the movie.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, the
he's
really
a
fat
fat
one.
kid. He's
Yeah.
a freaking fat kid. So
that
they
was the
won't-
whole
they-
point.
They won't use the term fat anymore. They're gonna call
You're
him
correct.
Augustus. Thank you, chat. Chat's always MVP. It's enormous. So we're gonna call him enormous, which I'm like, that could be more offensive because you call a building enormous. You call like rocks enormous. You don't call them fat. Fat is a
Quick on
description
that.
of who that person is. You know, it is what it is. But people were upset that they're calling a child
Triggered. Soy
fat.
boys.
So
Well,
now they
right,
want to
and
change it.
I think
This
it's
is why you should support my book. Drop the link in there, mod. Sorry, Craig. I just had to throw that in.
I think it's people take words that don't have negative connotations and then make these negative connotations into the word forever. Like fat
Obese.
was a descriptive word, and you know what I'm saying. And now
Obese
it's
is
an
a
evil
technical
word,
scientific word.
right?
Used for
Exactly.
people who are overweight.
Now you have to call them
Retard.
curvy. And curvy
Retard.
women aren't allowed to be called curvy because that's like they're too skinny now and all
Right.
that.
and yet those same curvy women prefer fit guys. And if a guy doesn't prefer a curvy woman, the guy is in the wrong.
phobic and
But
all
the
that.
girl
yeah.
has
But those
preferences.
curvy women are actually obese. I'm talking about the actual real curvy girls, the ones that are
I-
healthy size with curves. We're not
I
allowed to be called
don't-
curvy.
I don't understand the world we live in, and maybe that's my job on this podcast is just to be like, what? I don't understand. Like, we're really here to where we can't say fat.
Baffling.
Like, you're not allowed to say. I got the article pulled up.
The one that really got me is retarded, because it's literally a scientific word. That is the word that they used, the scientific definition of it. You know what I mean?
It's like that has a term. It means slower to get somewhere, or like, you know, to grow. It's like it was retarded by not getting enough oxygen as the plant grew. Right. It's an actual term. I don't know. People have honestly, this is all just a symptom of fatherlessness.
I actually had a math
is the
teacher in 8th grade, and you couldn't use the word retarded because he had a special needs son. And so he would really get pissed off about that. Even if it wasn't even in the sense of like an insult, like as you said, it was still a big fat no-no.
Yeah, that people have too thin of skin
it
nowadays.
Makes me wonder if you were like having a race like you do in school with them little cars, and you saying, well, my speed's retarded, meaning it's back farther, you know, not as fast, using it actually the way it should. Yes. Would you get in trouble?
Probably.
I bet you would.
There is a war on words, right? Like I think the idea of I use the word ignorant a lot, and ignorant has this negative connotation, right? But ignorant just means you don't know, right?
Correct.
You lack knowledge. So I'm ignorant towards certain situations. People go, "You're ignorant." And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What, you know, you're 100% right. I am ignorant towards the situation, but there's this negative connotation attached to it. And it's just insane. It's just really insane. But you know what also is insane is that Shamsa directly donated.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
$1,000
again, Shamsa.
Holy shit! How?
And that is to prove a point, because people like us speak out against this garbage, and people they're not standing for it. The more they change this stuff, the more, and we come out and say, no, we're going to say the word fat. Jay, you look fat today. Yeah, I know. I'm bloated. All right. I had one too many donuts this morning. So yeah, I'm a little chubby around the waist, pleasantly plump. Yeah. And people are like,
we struck a chord?
Keep doing your thing, man. That's awesome, man. That's freaking awesome.
Wow. I love that. I say that word.
I hope you didn't rob a 7-Eleven, but whatever.
Let's go.
Bangarang, Shamsa.
Bangarang. There you go.
That's the Shamsa Bangarang right there.
Right there, bingo, right there. I love it. That's awesome.
Wow.
Josh comes in with the $10 super chat. Says we are just being soft, too soft. It's sad.
That's why they don't like the Avatar movie, because they don't like strong fathers. Because strong fathers,
they didn't hire blue people
instill
either.
that into people, and people, it's all severely lacking. What'd you say, Blabs? I missed that.
They didn't hire blue people either. That's why they don't like the movie.
Did you see that people were bitching about it?
Oh
they hired a white guy to play an alien with braids. Like, it's cultural appropriation. They got mad about it. And it's like, it's a blue alien.
They did that with Star Wars with Ahsoka Tano. She's an orange alien. Anyone could play her. And they're like, oh my god, only a black person can play her. I'm like, black people are aliens now, according to you? Like, oh yeah, crazy.
Those are the same people that think orcs are black people.
If you just said that, Blabs, that it should be a black person, they'd have took that as an insult and said, why? Are black people like aliens?
Well, you can't win with those types of people.
That's why I do think we should have to take a test before we're given a Twitter or Facebook.
Are you dumb enough to be on Twitter? Yes or no?
Just a quick test, you know, just to be like, oh yeah, no, don't give him one. That could be a problem.
For the love of all that is holy, this is.
Craig's over there like.
Craig's like surrounded by fire, and he's like, "This is fine."
I am too much of a regular person to understand just what the hell is happening right now. Like I'm just.
It's victimhood. How can I be a victim to capitalize on victimhood? That's it. That's what it is. That's what this is.
I will say this. It's funny. I remember I was doing a stream one day, and I mentioned that I was like, don't be a victim. That's all I said. And I had somebody come to me like, you shouldn't say that. That's dangerous.
Yikes.
And I was like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Don't be a victim.
You know what
I preach too much self accountability for that. I like way too much. And
I'm trying to understand what that even means. Don't be a victim. That's dangerous.
no, they said it's dangerous for you to say that.
Ugh.
And it's like telling people to
Nah.
be responsible for themselves and that they
Yeah,
can
how
make their own future
dangerous, how
and that they
I
can
don't like that.
and
Yeah,
that
me,
you can
are-
do whatever you want. You know,
we
like-
just love Adam's frozen face right now. It is glorious. It is
Am I frozen again?
glorious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
smiling at least.
And you are just the
I'm
happiest person I've ever seen on the internet right now.
Oh.
Oh, it moved.
You know-
that was too
now
bad.
he's,
I'm
like,
still
clutching his
happy.
heart.
No, I gotta say, I
it once, so.
smile a lot doing the show. I have thoroughly enjoyed being on
Mhm.
here. I laugh a lot. Every single show so far. At the end of the show, my cheeks hurt from smiling, and like those are great shows. But what you just said, Craig, reminds me. Someone asked me like a year ago. They're like, if you had advice to give to the world, what would it be? And I said, don't choose to remain a victim, because being a victim does happen, right? But choosing to remain a victim, to use what happened to you as like an excuse to maybe not do something else, or to victimize yourself, as like martyr yourself, like that's a choice. Never choose to remain a victim. And these people, that the person that said that to you, they want to remain a victim. They want that easy get through life card with
Yes.
with some checked boxes that they could be like, well, I'm neurodivergent.
Yes.
I'm also this and this. So
That's just what I
pity
was
me.
going to say. I think
give me some pity points. It's
I
like,
think-
no, like, hold on, let me finish this, Trav.
Yeah.
Like Jay said earlier, validate yourself. You're the one who is worth it. All right. Find your worth. Don't worry about other people. See, these people have it flipped around. They're like, they need validation from everyone else, and they need you to validate them, or else, they feel unhappy. So their happiness is tied directly to other people's validation, and nobody owes anyone validation except maybe parents to their children, because that's what parents are supposed to do. They're supposed to teach their kids that they're worthy in life, and that's what we're missing nowadays. It's all leading back to fatherlessness, the strong home. That's why Avatar is such a good example of like, they're going through some shit and they're getting by, and shit happens, but they're still a loving family. Sorry, I'm just going on a rant, but
I will say this without, and I will say this about the fatherless thing, right? And this is just a personal notice that I've seen in some of the shittiest people that I know have broken families. Like, and I that's just a trend that I've noticed. And a lot of that comes back to their dad leaving, right? Or just not being a part of their life. And I do 100% agree with that. I think that, I've talked about this before with my parents. So my parents have been together for 50 years.
Awesome.
And it has not been all roses and butterflies. Like
never is.
I have watched my parents fight, and it is straight up, drag down, burning fights. It's insane.
Work,
arguments.
It's hard work.
But I'll say this: the best thing that they've done is they fought to stay together.
Yeah.
And they've worked through things, and there are times they can't stand each other, right? And
Yeah.
I think anytime you've been around somebody for 50 years, there's going to be those times. It's not like it's not all like the guy from Up, where he looks at his, But I do think that there's a major part of that. So with that said,
no, hold on. You know what they were doing, right? They were being accountable for their actions.
Yes.
They chose to be together. They created life. They needed to stay together and chose to fight and be accountable for their actions to get through life for you. I don't know if you have siblings or not, but it's like that's them being proper adults. Adults take care of them. They are held accountable for their own actions. I feel like true adults. And we are severely lacking of adults nowadays. Like that person that was like, it's dangerous to say don't be a victim. It's like, all right, you need to be accountable for your actions and grow the fuck up. All right.
And what I was going to say was, I think that's what's missing in today's world. I think people use that, accusing others. You said this, you said that. That's offensive. That's offensive. What you're doing is offensive, so that they don't have to look inward and be accountable, like you said, for themselves. Because if I'm accusing everybody else, the stuff that I'm doing that's not right isn't out there for everybody to see because I'm so busy telling everybody else what they're doing wrong.
Boom.
Winterfell came in with the $4.99, says just in case they cancel you. Hey, thanks, Winterfell. Appreciate that. And once again, you can only be canceled if you care to be canceled. And I don't think anybody on this show really gives a shit. So and really cares about what anybody else has to say. So
They certainly have tried many times.
right. Potato Pat also resubbing Prime for 21 months. And Infredder says, I would pass the dumb IQ test and have a Twitter account / Twitch account, but I don't have any social media accounts. Also, do any of you have OnlyFans accounts? Just kidding.
I think Jay does.
How much are you going to
Jay
pay?
does for his feet.
We do. It's
He just posts my pictures though. It's kind of weird.
We do. It's
He's like,
called
"Hang on, let me make a post
Patreon.
right now.
It's called patreon.com/sidescrollers.
That was pretty.
I'm gonna get one right now. Hold on.
There you go.
Oh
That
no.
was pretty funny.
And while we do, Evan also came in with the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Evan. That's massive. Says, I'm shorter than the average. I got hurt as a kid from words and bullying because of it. I didn't stay crushed from those
I'm just kidding.
experiences. I knew I couldn't change, and I owned who I am. Been a winner ever since. No excuses. Love that, Evan.
Yes.
Let's go. That's amazing.
Here to Evan.
Well,
I
people
love
united.
hearing that.
Mm-mm.
Yo, and that bullying made him so much stronger because he chose to. Life's a forge. I wrote a song about this exact thing. It's called The Forge, and life is a forge. You choose how you are molded. You know, you're the hammer, and you're also the material. You get to choose how things affect you. Change is a choice. Like, how does change affect you? Are you going to allow it to melt you into a puddle, or are you going to become forged into like beautiful Damascus steel? Like, it's a choice, and the choice is yours. Choose wisely.
You need to be Damascus steel.
Hell yeah.
That's what you need to be. I love it. And we'll wrap all this up letting you know that Avatar passed Titanic. There you go.
I've never seen Titanic, by the way.
Yeah, you said that blows my fucking mind.
I don't want to
Like-
I won't give
I
the
just like
ending away
dropping
then.
that.
Spoiler alert. Doesn't end well.
Well,
I mean,
I know about Jekyll's Island. I'll just say that.
just as a visual thing, Titanic is a masterpiece visually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right.
I'll believe you.
Love
Yeah, you do. Thank you, little Yama. Like that guy.
I did think it would be fun. I love that we just took that total. We started talking about Avatar and ended up going off onto personal responsibility, which I'm totally fine with. And Jay, I'll say this: you have sold me on the idea of seeing Avatar 2. I'm gonna go see Avatar 2. And
I'd like to
add
think
to
I
its
helped.
box office total. No, just Jay.
I'm
Jay.
telling you, if you don't see it in IMAX, you're missing out. But like, I think seeing it like on TV at home, it won't do it justice. But
Well, everything
Yeah.
Jay does is for Adam. So, and in a way, Adam
Thank you,
helps.
Trav. Oh, so Craig, your own producer just shit all over you. I just want to
That's
make sure
okay.
you knew that just happened.
Not
Okay.
not the first time. I promise. It won't be the last. It's all right. Do you guys want to take a look at the top lifetime grosses of movies, or do you really care?
it's Avatar
Interesting.
#1, right?
The
Avatar,
first Avatar?
Then Avengers Endgame, then Avatar: The Way of Water. Oh yeah, I almost
there.
had them.
Oh, I didn't expect the Force
The
Awakens.
Force
Force Awakens?
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at these $2 billion
The Lion
movies.
King, really?
Yeah.
The
So
new one?
so
No, the
people
original, isn't it?
No, it's the new
I think
one.
it's the original one.
No, it says 2019.
That's 2019. Wow.
Well,
Ah.
but check this out. That's the thing. Like, you want to know why Disney's doing all the remakes? Check this out. Lion King right here.
Yeah.
You scroll down, they got a sequel to Frozen 2. They got the original Frozen, the Beauty and the Beast remake.
Dude, that was
1
shit.
Yeah, which is horrendous.
But
But
what
It's
it,
horrific.
it's just
Nostalgia is
guaranteed
a hell
money.
of a drug.
Yeah, it's guaranteed
sure
money
is.
is what it is.
Jurassic
Honestly,
Park
like,
remake.
Beauty and the Beast was probably one of the worst Disney remakes they've ever made. That was
I mean,
horrific.
Stop huffing that nostalgia, people.
Oh, I watched it on an airplane.
You
I
gotta
didn't go
stop
see it
it.
in cinemas. I watched it on a flight. Maybe that's why it was even worse, because I was so tired and I was on a plane for like 4 hours. And I was like, oh God, this movie won't end.
No, Blabs. It was just bad.
It was awful, and like nobody can sing. I'm sorry. Why would they pick actors and actresses who can't sing?
Yeah. Good
It's
You know,
all
I was
auto-tune.
I was just looking at this, and how many of these are Disney-owned properties now? Because Avatar is a Disney property, isn't it? Is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, it was a Fox originally, but Disney bought Fox, so they were the distributor.
So,
And I do appreciate James Cameron says a lot of dumb stuff, but they did ask him about like Disney interference one time, and he's like, no, these are mine. Like ain't no one touching these movies. These are mine.
So let's just take a look at the top 20 of how many of these are Disney properties. Because I'm
How many of them are
curious.
James Cameron?
1, 2, 3. Titanic is James Cameron.
I
That's
think
not-
the first Avatar. Well, do you still consider that Disney though? That came out under Fox.
Well, they own it now.
They own
Yeah,
it
They own it now,
right?
but they didn't own it then.
Right.
Right.
Whether it's Disney's
1, 2,
now,
3.
basically.
Star Wars, Avengers, Spider-Man, Jurassic World is not. Lion King. So 8 of the top 10 are Avengers. Furious 7 is the 11th highest grossing movie of all time.
It actually did great.
What?
Huge
'Cause
overseas, man.
People went and
Furious
got,
movies are
yes,
huge
people went and saw it
overseas.
multiple
Wow.
times over in China and shit.
I've only seen the first Fast and
Let me
Furious.
look up its box office numbers.
That's it. And also Hobbs and Wedge or whatever. I don't know. I think I saw that on the
I
plane
saw
also.
that one. That one was kind of stupid.
It was kind of bad.
But it's just crazy to think that 8 of the top 10 movies all time are Disney flicks, which is
Yeah, they have way too much power.
it's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. It is.
Dolly Perro came in with 1,000 bits.
Thank
Says,
you.
no offense to the rest of you guys, but I'm here just for Travis. Thank you, Dolly.
Aw.
Appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Dolly. That's very sweet.
Me too.
Poor Jay. He's like, no.
I'm a terrible liar.
And Quiznos came in and says, sad ending. Didn't even try to save that iceberg.
They just flattened it.
Love that. Look at this.
Rip.
Rigamortis came in with the $49.99 super chat.
I love it.
$48.99 for the group and $1 to Divide J from D-Day Cobra.
From
Get to
Jeremy,
work on
yeah.
that next book. Yeah, that's right. Stop slacking off pretending that you're people. That's right. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Rigamorpheus, really appreciate that. That is
Keep backing
go
the
a long
book,
way.
man. I'll get the second one out.
all right. Let's move on to our next topic. We'll be really quick, but these are just a couple quick hits here. Did you guys see the news? Are you guys Lego fans?
Yeah, I
Yes.
love Lego.
Lego? Do you guys like Nintendo? Do you guys like Nintendo stuff? Because they released the
I
the
like
Mario.
Nintendo.
Okay.
Nintendo was my first love.
So there have been some
life.
rumors. They released the Lego Mario set a couple years ago, and that's been very big when they released. You've been able to make your own worlds with Mario and such, and do your sets. There's rumors of a Zelda version of that coming out. Did you guys hear about
That's
this?
cool. No, but I love Zelda.
So there was images of it, and some people made some YouTube videos about it, essentially confirming it because they got copyright strikes against them for talking
Wow.
about this. So
Wow.
there's
That
a
confirms it's true then.
bingo. There's a Zelda. It's the Deku tree from the 64, which makes a lot of sense because the 64
yeah.
is kind of blocky and gross and all that. So
Good point.
right. So, anyways, this person, Nintendo Prime, posted the video, and they got flagged for copyright after talking about it. So, like I said, they essentially confirmed that it's true. Which is crazy to think about. And for me, I think the issue with this for me is the idea that you can't even talk about
Right.
it.
This is the one problem I have with Nintendo.
Rumble.
Like, it's just
Rumble.
garbage the way they treat people all the time. They treat people like trash, and what they do, they get free promotion from streamers. Why are you going to treat them like trash?
Right? Yeah.
Wouldn't that just build hype to build on your
Yes,
thought
that's
here?
what I'm saying. It's free promotion. What are you
Mhm.
doing?
That's why, yeah, I think it's stupid. Like when you do like a trailer reaction, and they claim it,
Yeah.
like YouTube claim it. You're
Yeah.
like, we're like giving you
Ridiculous.
free commercials.
Yes.
Who's really bad about that? Is it Disney or is it Warner Brothers?
Warner
Well-
Brothers is the worst. Disney is actually, they let you cut that trailer up and everything, and they don't claim anything. It's Warner Brothers is like instant claim.
Well, I think for me, I'm actually really cautious about what we show on SideScrollers because I don't want to be claimed for copyright. Like even as we were talking about Avatar, I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to show
Keep it
that.
the word.
Right. It's crazy, but I just thought that was an interesting story, and so but look out for your Zelda Legos coming soon, Adam. That would be a great pick for you, buddy. You can
Yeah.
do
I'd love a little link. He'd probably go back here somewhere. Yeah.
Let's see.
You know what? And I would actually pull out my original
You're frozen.
Yeah, we
Am I
can't
frozen?
see it, sadly.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? But tell me when
I-
I'm not frozen anymore.
I tried to reset y'all. We'll let you know.
don't know
Dolly
why.
also came in with the £9.99 over.
Way to be, Dolly.
Thank you, Dolly. Appreciate that genuinely. Over on YouTube. Thank you very much. Some more Nintendo news here as we do some quick hits. The Mario movie, which I am extremely excited about, looks like it's going to be a very brief 92 minutes, which I think is
perfect.
that's
That's perfect.
I think that's wonderfully perfect.
It's amazing.
Movies are too long nowadays. They're just so stretched out, and you're like, oh my god, I'm in a cinema for like 2 hours. 92
Am I
minutes
still
is pretty
frozen?
good because that's including credits too, so it's actually gonna be shorter.
You know what
There
that
you
is?
go.
Link's
That's it.
Awakening.
Yeah, that's the OG Game Boy. That's right.
I actually have the non-DX version. This is the color Game Boy Color came out,
I
and they
bet
came
you
out with
that's
this again.
Much more
Um,
collectible, I bet.
The Game Boy Color version? I don't know, but I would
Oh.
put it back here. Hey, you know what? Let's do it.
Hey, let's do it. Look at that. Bum, 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 bum. There you go.
Displaying with Adam.
That's for side scrollers right there.
Love it. That's your video
Yeah.
game tie-in. That's
Yeah,
great.
there you go. You like that?
Yeah, but I am legitimately super excited for this movie. And I was, leading up to the first trailer, I was like, ugh, but they showed the first trailer and I was like, oh my gosh. And every trailer after that, it just builds my hype, which is exactly what trailers are supposed to do. And they show you just a little bit more. They had a trailer this weekend during the NBA All-Star weekend, which just showed the underwater level. They showed the bloopers and stuff. So it's like, oh, this is gonna be great. And they showed some of the stuff from Mario Odyssey, a level from Mario Odyssey, which is interesting to see that attached to it.
I never played that one.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one.
That's what I hear.
All right, that's the news, and that is the news. Jay, you got anything else you want to add?
I love Legos.
Go support his book.
Right.
Hey, you had a perfect.
I didn't know if you wanted. I was plugging it the whole show,
Oh,
but I
Well,
don't.
Go
we're not done
ahead.
yet.
I don't know how to put the. I'm not a mod, so I can't drop the link. But if you go over to my
should
Twitter,
have it by now, but I'll get it.
if you go to my Twitter account, it's there. We're almost at 25K. It'd be awesome. This is such an amazing project that we put together. That a few people have put together. It's been almost 3 years in the work. So go check it out. Yeah, Jay can't grift. I know, man. I'm learning, and I'm surrounded by top tier grifters. I need to learn this. I need to learn this.
Not
you
me.
know,
I'm
I got to
terrible at
learn
it.
this gift.
Well, I'll tell you
I'm
what.
getting all the haters, but I'm not grifting that well. It's wild, man. It's wild.
Talk to Ryan. Talk to Jeremy. They'll.
Yeah, I was gonna
you know.
say, you're at least
I've been around them
They're
enough.
really good
You
at
would
it.
think I would know how to do that, but I appreciate the love, man. Thank you guys for bringing me on.
Oh, we're not done. We're not
Okay.
done.
Putting the
You're not
link
getting
in the
off that
chat mod.
easy.
I thought that was the.
with you yet.
No,
My
that's just
bad.
the news. That's just the news. We're not done
I
yet.
thought Craig was mad at me because last time we spoke, I gave him my top 10, and he was like, "I will never speak to you again."
No, are you kidding me?
Ever.
I thought that was the greatest. No, that was.
It's
no,
just a joke.
Jay, I love you, buddy. I love you, but seriously, let's not talk about that. Nodding came in and says, "Wouldn't it be crazy if Mario became one of the top 5 grossing films? I believe it could happen."
Why not?
I think it's gonna destroy. Oh yeah, it's gonna be top.
Yeah,
It'll be $1 billion easy. You got international. It will be freaking huge.
It's
Really?
huge in Japan,
You think
isn't
so?
it?
I think this will be top 10 all time.
yeah.
That's a big statement. Well, I mean, Furious 7 was what 11, so
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
you guys want to get into what I did on Friday?
Yeah.
tell
Oh,
us
here we
about
go.
it.
Okay.
Here we
Tell
go. I'm
All right.
waiting.
All right. On Friday, I was thinking about naming this episode Honky.
That's a
Thank
name
you-
I haven't
thank you for
heard
not
in a
doing
long
that.
time. A long time.
Because I went to a honky-tonk on Friday. So does anybody know, Adam, you said you know what a honky-tonk is. Do you guys have any idea what a honky-tonk is?
A big butt.
I thought it was just
No,
a big.
that's
like,
a
line dancing
badonkadonk.
party.
No,
They're
honky
similar.
tonk. Isn't there a country song about a honky tonk? And they're really just talking about this woman's ass.
Well,
Uh,
there
no,
is a
that's-
song that refers
Maybe,
to honky-tonk.
probably.
No, Blabs, that's a
Probably more than
badonkadonk.
one. That's what I
No,
said.
swear they say honky tonk.
No, it's a badonkadonk.
Whatever.
Godly. So a honky-tonk is like a giant dance hall.
Yeah.
It's
For
a- it's
white
a-
people.
No,
for white
that's
people.
racist.
That's way.
That's some racist shit right there, Jay.
Well, let me say this.
We're
I
honky in it. What?
All right, I've got these videos pulled up here that I want to show you. I went to a place called Billy Bob's, Texas.
Are you line dancing in this? Are we gonna see you line dancing?
Oh my God, please.
No. I'm not doing the selfie of myself line dancing while
Oh, you get someone else to film you. No, I'm just
take one of his like selfie sticks with him and just start dancing.
just start No, you need both hands. You need both hands. You got to grab that belt buckle, man. When you're
It's true.
Sorry. Anyway,
so I went to Billy Bob's, and Billy Bob's is the world's largest honky-tonk. And I did a little research on this thing. It's 100,000 square feet.
Wow.
That's huge.
Massive,
Wow.
massive.
Yeah,
And I didn't. This is a Texas landmark, and this is a place that I've never actually been to. But this is one of those things that when you think of Texas, Billy Bob's Texas is the place. That's one of the most iconic places in specifically North Texas as a whole. And I think I should preface this in letting you know that when people say Dallas, I live in Dallas. Dallas is a giant. It's called a metroplex. It's a giant area of about 7 million people. But right next to Dallas is a city called Fort Worth, and it's about 35 miles away. And Dallas has about 2 million people in it. Fort Worth has about another 1.5 million people in it. But Dallas is like the business side, and Fort Worth is like the western side. When you think of Texas, that is what Fort Worth is. They literally have a cattle drive down Main Street every day.
So it's like the mullet.
Right.
It's the mullet. Fort Worth is the mullet.
Yes.
Dallas is the business in the front.
Right.
Okay,
Then all those are surrounded by suburbs. And like Arlington is in the middle, and that's where you find like the Cowboys Stadium and all the entertainment stuff.
That is a perfect description of that, by the way.
It's great. So I went to Billy Bob's, and I don't go to many concerts, and that was the idea. Is we're gonna go to see a musician play, and
Who did you see?
I don't remember.
Guess he wasn't that good, huh?
It was the honky-tonk.
It was fine, but I went for the aura. We went with a group of people. It was fun. So
The aura.
So I went in, and I have video of this. I just want you guys.
I
to
have
see
never
this.
used that in a sentence my whole life.
Yeah, I went
Hey,
for the
where'd you
aura.
go? I don't know. I just went for the aura. That's that's why I went. I spent my money on the aura.
The aura of the place, the energy, the
But
experience.
you understood it though, Jay.
I
Yeah, you
did, and it's a really it's something that you would say because you're embarrassed about what you did.
I am not. No way.
I do not agree. I'm
love
going to
that.
go ahead and push back
Because he
against
was
Jay
just
here.
there for the aura, right?
You guys all suck. Shut up. No. So let me.
I've got your back, dude.
I love you, Adam.
Lion
I'm
Man
here to-
is
I'm
awesome.
trying to defend
It
you.
was a Nicki Minaj concert. It was there for the
Yeah,
aura.
there we go.
The hourglass.
Next thing you know, she's going to start calling it a honky-tonk instead of...
Yeah, her butts are honky-tonk. That's
Yeah.
right. So I want to show you guys this because when you walk into Billy Bob's for the first time, there's such a wide array of people here. You have people who are 18 all the way up to 70, right? And this venue holds 6,000 people. This is a giant venue. It has 12 bars. It has dance floors. It has restaurants, a gift shop, the whole thing. But when you first walk in and you are greeted by a ton of people in front of you as you make your way in. I'm gonna turn this down so we don't have music. Let me hide that. Okay. And as you walk in, pardon my footage, you walk in and you see everything in front of you. Now this continues to go further and further down, but when you walk in, you look to your left, and inside this building, there's a rodeo in the building. There's actual bull riding in Billy Bob's,
Man,
Texas.
it's just downtown
Now
Orlando,
that's
man.
some
We have all
southern
this
shit
stuff.
right there.
I'm going. We're going, Jay. I have to go one day.
So you pay $6 to go in, and guess what you get to see? This is what it looks like when in the bull riding before it starts. There's lights going off. It's crazy. You got the guys who like, who's ready to watch some bull riding? And they're going crazy, getting everybody jazzed up. They do full intros like it's the NBA Finals over here. They're introducing all the folks as they're coming in, the rodeo clowns. Then you get to the good stuff, which is the actual bucking of the Broncos. And so we spent the first like 30 minutes of going to Billy Bob's, watching these people go in and ride these bulls, and they'd come in, and this was right in front of me. This guy nearly gets his head taken off by the bull. And it was awesome. It was amazing to watch.
Dude, that guy was so mad he got thrown off so quick.
You see him shaking his head.
He's like,
Well, let me show you this one, because this is the most violent thing I've seen on a bull, which I've seen a lot of things on a bull before. But
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
I don't want more details.
You just watch this. Just watch this, man. You're gonna love this. Check this out. This guy comes out. Watch his total time. Now the goal is to be on this for 8 seconds. Okay, keep that in mind. You're on a bull, ready to go. And once again, we're not even in Billy Bob's yet. We're just at the intro. This guy's getting to go, and he got the rodeo clowns over here. These guys ready to open up the gate. And by the way, do you know how they get the bulls so pissed off? Do you know how they
Yeah,
get?
they
tie
tie
a
a thing
rope
around
around
their
them.
nuts.
Really
Yeah,
tight.
they're nuts.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
tie. It's hilarious.
That's horrible, dude.
I know it is horrible.
How
That's
would you
okay.
like that?
Nobody would like that, and they don't,
Yeah.
which is
Well,
why.
hey, some people
Terrible.
do. They sell porn with
That's
that.
true.
Well,
That's
sometimes
true.
they
I
don't
used to
actually
sell
always do
porn,
it
I
around
know
their
that.
balls. They also just have it like around their waist, and they just
That's
tighten it up
terrible.
like by their flanks, so it annoys them and pisses them
Oh,
off.
okay. Yeah.
So it's not like they're getting their balls.
So check this out right here. This guy's trying to get on this. This one is going crazy. This bull opens it up. Whoa!
Wow.
Oh my
He
god!
was like, "You're getting off of me," but
He does a full 360 spin immediately out of the gate.
Yeah, you can even see the rope around them,
Yeah.
like towards the
Yeah,
these
flank.
things
That's
are
what's
rough,
tightening
man.
them up.
I think he might have accidentally headbutted him too. If you replay that and go slow,
Well, I don't know, but the guy, I mean, it was just
yeah, he like
crazy.
hits his face on his head.
I'm sure, like it's good to see they've really done a lot with rodeo over the years, and he has a full helmet on now instead of just a hat.
Oh,
but-
does he?
Yeah. Oh man. So we haven't even got into the dance hall point at this point, right? We got distracted early on, and we've watched some rodeo for the first 30 minutes. It was a great use of $6 to get in. But then we get in, and I just kind of want to show you the crowd and look at the amount of cowboy hats as you make your way in.
Tell me you were wearing a cowboy hat.
I was not wearing a
Oh,
Do
cowboy
you
hat.
Craig,
own a
I
cowboy
love it.
hat?
Look at this guy, man. This guy was like,
You
yeah,
sit outside with a truck full of hats and sell them for $10 a pop.
No,
and
Craig,
make a killing.
You know what that look is right there? You know what that look is?
That's don't fucking film me. Look, that's
You
what
don't
that is.
belong here.
It's a combo of that camera's aiming towards me, and this motherfucker's not wearing a cowboy hat.
that's true.
You don't belong here.
You're
That
foreign.
look.
That's
Yep.
right. Potato Pat, you're
You're
right. He thinks I'm
foreign.
sus.
We don't want you. We don't serve your kind here.
But we continue on, and there's lots of beer drinking, lots of cowboy hats.
Do you
lo-
own a cowboy hat?
I mean, you literally are describing Texas. Like, we all know this. This is Texas.
Craig's giving
Breaking
us more
news,
Texas. I don't
everyone.
know that.
This is not
Craig
what Texas is
discovers
like.
what Texas is like.
Yeah, Craig discovers
Got a
Texas.
video of
Texas vlog.
Texas. Come on.
He
But this
put
is
down
not-
the video games for a moment and touched grass. And this is his adventure.
You guys don't understand. This is not what Texas is like, though. This is not. This is the most stereotypical thing of
Yes,
Texas that I've ever
it's
been
the
to.
stereotype of Texas. yeah.
Blabs, to answer your question,
This is
no,
real
I-
Texas.
I do not own. I do not.
You live in
own-
Texas, but you don't have a cowboy hat. That's
No, I
kind of
do
a
not.
failure on your part, isn't it?
Listen, we don't all walk around with
Listen.
straw out of our mouth and boots walking
But you
around
wear a
like this.
Utah hat. That's so odd.
Well,
You have a Texas shirt on with a Utah hat on, and then
Yeah.
you're like,
And he doesn't
I
even
saw
own a
bull
cowboy hat.
riding.
Do you
Well,
at
wait,
least
I'm waiting
have a
for my-
pair of overhauls?
Overalls, not overhauls.
I'm waiting for my SideScrollers hat to get in. All right. And once I have that on, that's the only hat I'm going to wear. So
Gotcha.
it's coming in next week. So I went in and I wanted to show you just a little bit more. What are y'all's thoughts on this giant
I
experience
love
so
it.
far?
I want to go.
I've been
You
to
know,
them before.
it reminds me a lot.
Dave's
of,
like, meh.
it reminds me of the underground in Georgia, they built this subway system
Underground?
they never used, and so they just put bars and restaurants under there. And it's
Listen.
Yeah,
I
it's
live
great.
in Florida. You can watch bull riding and then walk right next door and see people jump in a pit with alligators. All right, you know.
Yeah, well,
And then you can go to the
Florida.
next one, and then
That's
they're
Florida.
wrestling snakes, and then they give you a flyer saying, "Hey, February 17th through the 26th, we're paying $150 if you could kill a python in the Everglades and bring it back to us. It's a freaking flyer. They're like, yeah, you can participate, have some fun. So people go out in their airboats and they kill these giant snakes that are eating everything up, and they bring them back. And it's like they pay $150. It's like this is Florida, man.
This is that classic. Oh, Florida's better than Texas. All right.
That's right.
Classic.
I need to prove it.
Classic. That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Man. Crazy T wants to know, you're in Orlando, right, Jay?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in Orlando.
And Crazy T is as well, who's a phenomenal
Yeah,
mod.
yeah.
I
live right next to Disneyland, man. We
you.
got all kinds of crazy stuff.
That would be great.
Alman John says, Drunken Adam, y'all gotta get that stuttering old man on Flashcast and Nick Recada's show.
Ooh,
I think Nick would have a
is-
grand old time.
Flashback. Yeah. Those are some special shows, man. You got to be mentally ready for the chat and for the topics.
Listen,
You say one thing, that chat will turn on you and eat you alive. And your best just to turn the chat off and just keep going, man. It's like,
yeah.
Listen, you mean
Adam knows those things. He knows, like, he's been around like hostile chats. If you say like one little thing.
That's awesome. And Captain
Yes.
Hirano, great to see you. Says walks outside. Oh my God, I live in Texas. Yeehaw!
Accurate.
That's right.
Accurate.
Well,
We can't see it,
my
but Craig's actually wearing cowboy boots right now.
Yes.
You should see.
Chat.
Do you
as well.
own cowboy boots, Craig?
Wait, he's
No,
in his
I don't-
underwear.
I don't
Cowboy
own-
boots and underwear. Yeah, see, I told you he wasn't wearing pants.
He said it. Nobody wanted to see that, Craig.
Texan, no cowboy boots, no hat.
Hold on, I got you better, Jay. Here you
Wearing
go.
kicks instead.
Craig, I'm sorry. I have to tell you. Nobody.
Oh,
Oh my God. No.
Coming to you
But-
soon, Craig's feet.
My
right.
the bottom of my callous feet over here.
Bro, no man should ever have his ankles above his head ever.
I didn't. They were
Bro,
definitely
you brought
below
it
my
up
shoulder.
there. It was up there, man. All right.
There we go.
Put it away.
King Deplorable says he's starting the OnlyFans.
I can smell that all the way over here, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm glad, Jay. I'm glad you're like a barrier
I'm the
between me and
buffer.
Craig right now. Yeah, thanks.
I'm the feet buffer.
No more.
Jeez.
No more.
Oh my God. Quit
Oh,
that.
man.
Thank you.
Here goes all your Patreon members.
A Nova said no pants. Okay, this is weird as fuck.
Yikes.
Just hanging out with my underwear on. No. I got shorts on. They're just really short. Anyways, let's
You
continue.
wear short shorts, Craig
That's very-
does.
It's very telling. That's all I have to say.
Oh man.
Am I frozen?
Yeah, you're
Adam's
frozen.
frozen face is like he's in the middle of dancing.
Oh man, I
He's like
hate
in the
it.
middle of a rave.
I don't know how to
Get
fix
so
it.
many good pictures of
It's
you.
so annoying, man.
It's like he's
I
eating
don't know
like a
what to
lemon
do.
or something. Like, you
Shout
okay?
out X-Wing. I see you in the chat, buddy.
Love that. All right.
I hate it.
This super chat's great.
Rigamorpheus says, let's take Florida to the next level. Bull riding in a cockpit with only a python to hold on to avoid falling off.
You gotta have an alligator in there somewhere, man. They're everywhere.
He said crock
I took.
Oh,
People
Crockett.
didn't believe me, right? Some people visited, and I'm like, let's go to this park right near my house. It's like 5 minutes. So we just walking around, and like there was some people there, and they stopped, and like this cute little raccoon came out for everyone to enjoy. I have it on video. Next second, this alligator just kind of walks right up, and I'm like, ooh, something's about to go down. He didn't eat the raccoon, but the alligator just walked right past us like he was a neighbor, casual. And everyone's like frozen. They're like, yeah, just don't move fast. They'll just walk past you.
All I can
It's
hear is like Mr. Rogers in the background.
That's
Hi,
why I'm
neighbor.
never gonna live in Florida.
we're having this
wild.
battle, this Texas versus Florida battle. No, my state's more crazy. No, your state's more.
we have the best. I don't care. We have the best governor in the entire
Hayden,
world.
way to be.
Oh man. Hayden comes in with the $50 super chat. That is outstanding. Says I went to a small town high school in Texas in the late 2000s. 50% wore cowboy hats. This is very true. And we all had boots. We had 5 bull riders in high school, 15 or 20 team ropers. We all rode horses occasionally, and we had some competitive shooters. Billy Bob's is small town Texas. That's right, Hayden.
Yeah.
And that's
I love
exactly
it.
like Billy Bob's is a big deal because it's on the edge of Fort Worth. and then there's small towns and everybody comes in, and that's like the place to be on Friday nights. So anyways,
I want to go to Texas.
I will say this though, we don't wear cowboy boots in Florida. We do wear Crocs.
Oh,
Yeah,
with
just
socks.
Ugly.
It's hot all the time. Everybody in Florida is just chill. Like, we just don't care. We're like, whatever. So there's a lot of Croc wearing.
I love it. I love it. It's a love and hate relationship, me and Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Hayden, thank you so much for that. That is outstanding. Would you like to continue? I feel like the tour is almost over. Well, it is almost over.
Get to the line dancing. You got to show some line. You got some line dancing, right?
Sure,
wow,
of course
look
we
at all
did.
them pool tables.
That's right.
Jeez.
Pool tables and just once again, we're still at the entrance right here.
I
We're
thought this
still
was
at
the airport in Dallas.
Close.
What a jerk. I love it. I love it. And here we go. I think we got some light. Oh, no, this is so we actually went at the concert. They have like a general audience area that surrounds the outside of it. And then you can go down, and we had like seats, but the seats were literally folding tables. That's all they were, just like the most generic white folding tables that you can sit at. They're like $70 a piece. It was ridiculous. The place is making crazy money. Anyways, and here's your dancing. Check this out. This is the most Texas thing you've probably ever seen in your life. Check this bad boy out. I realize it's a little. I had to adjust my.
Oh my god, crotch shot. No thanks.
That's right. Here we go. But look at all these people dancing. This is great.
I love it.
It's
Well,
so much.
they're just having a blast. It's
Yes,
not really
they
line
are.
dancing like I wanted to see. I'm a little disappointed, but that's okay.
No,
I
it is.
bet you Adam knows how to dance like Shania Twain line dancing.
I mean, this
How much,
is so much
how much you want to
fun.
bet, Blabs?
Do-do-do.
$5
how much-
mean I can you?
No, I can't.
Ah!
I know Trav mentioned this earlier too. So I'm from Illinois originally, and in middle school we had classes in like gym. Part of gym class was literally line dancing. Like we learned how to like do like the step and then turn and then like
Kick your foot out.
I don't remember the freaking moves, but it was part of school.
Do-si-do. I remember that. Do-si-do around the barn.
something like that.
That's
Sure, Trav.
stereotypical.
Yeah, that's it.
That's amazing. Well, I'll tell you what. I just wanted to share my
Let
experience
me add a
with
little
you
part
guys.
to that, though.
Oh, please.
Mine was you had to bring your grandparent with you, your opposite
you
sex
really?
grandparent.
What if you
Yes,
didn't have any?
and you had to have a note if you did not bring your grandparent with you, and you
Wow.
had to dance with your grandparent.
What
That's
if they're-
kind of awesome, though.
What if you don't have any though? Then what? You just bring
And
a
I
note
guess
saying
you got to bring an
sorry,
aunt
they're
or
not
uncle
here.
or somebody.
You gotta borrow someone else's.
Excuse me, I need to borrow your grandma. Thanks, man.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I've never actually line danced before. Like I love Texas, but I've never been a cowboy in Texas. So the idea of line dancing and cowboy hats and boots and stuff, that's always escaped me. But I have lots of neighbors who have those things.
Let's do it all right now together, everyone. Grab your belt. Come on, grab your belt.
I don't have
Stand
a
up
belt.
straight. Grab
Do-si-do.
Doesn't matter. I don't have a belt on either. Grab your belt. Right? Jay, what are you doing, Jay?
I don't have a belt on.
Doesn't matter. Grab your belt.
I'm in pajamas.
Labs. All right, now start doing this.
You really got to move your shoulders back and forth.
What is this? I feel like a bobblehead.
This is how you walk in Texas. You walk, you big old steps with your.
Yeah, that's
with your
all right.
hands on your-
Florida. We don't walk. Like
Meme
that.
Smiths out there, you're welcome.
Just a bunch just bobbing around.
put some do-si-do in it or something, and
I love that.
we're gonna. That's a great little clip. You're welcome. You're welcome. Mhm.
Put it on Twitter. There we go. Love it. Backyard TARDIS says, "Hey, in Northern California, we have road horses to school." Yeah, that's right. That's
Cool.
true. California does have some spots that are not crazy, which is great.
Northern California, yeah.
Yep. And Captain
Proper
Hirano came in and says, "Has anyone been to Medieval Times Festival? You talking
yeah.
about like the
Yes.
LARPing
Oh,
thing or
big
actual
time.
medieval times?"
I
went
still
to
have
the-
my hat.
Jersey.
I still have my hat for my wait.
At
There's
the
medieval times in Orlando. I've been many times. They have
At the
jousting
meeting-
and all kinds of stuff. It's
Yeah.
pretty sick.
I went in
At
the
our-
5th grade.
at our meetup in Vegas. I
You mean
took
like last year?
Tom and his wife to the dinner, medieval times dinner thing.
Well, maybe like I'll say this right now. If and when we do our first Side Scrollers meetup,
You like
we're
my
going to do
hat?
one at Billy Bob's, and we're going to do one at wherever Jay picks in Florida, just as long as there's a python and some sort of
We're
alligator.
going to
there.
Universal Studios, Harry Potter, and then I'll take you guys to the alligator park, which is like 10 minutes.
Can we go again?
Yo, I'm
Wow,
down.
I don't know about the alligator shit.
That sounds awesome.
Listen, you never read. You never read. No one is ever killed by alligators in Florida
Yeah.
unless
Yeah,
you
they always
literally
beam them up with a frying
stick your
pan.
hand in its mouth. I woke up one morning and my neighbor was like, "Hey, there's an alligator under your car," and I was like, "Really?" I was like, "What do you do?" He goes, "Just kick the tire; it'll scoot along." I'm like,
Just
"Really?"
honk.
And they're like, "Yeah." I kicked the tire, and it wasn't a big one. It just went back into the canal because, like, Central
cute.
Florida has like canals like everywhere, so it's like, I was like, "Okay, well, that was interesting."
That happened.
Casual.
Classic Florida.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you
Classic.
silly alligator under the car.
I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you, we've done 4 shows. This is my favorite that we've done so far.
Yeah, this
I-
has been a lot of fun,
this
guys.
has been very, very fun. So with that said, we are going to wrap it here, but we do have our post show coming up over at patreon.com/sidescrollers. I want to remind everybody to please head over and support Jay and Drunk 3PO
Thank
over
you.
at his Indiegogo. You can check it out right now. There's a link in the description for you guys at any time. Please head over and there it is one more time
And for
you
those
guys.
that just recently supported, thank you so much. I just crossed 300 backers. I am freaking blown away. I didn't expect that. I put a goal at 10,000 for 30 days. I am blown away by this community, this fellowship, people's support. I don't know what to say. I never thought like a few years ago I would be sitting on a live stream with Adam Krigler, honestly, and I'm not trying to like be, but it's true. And Stuttering Craig, man,
hey.
freaking holy crap! Like I'm blown
and
away.
Blabs and Trav.
No,
Did you
I
ever
don't
what?
count.
You would have
I'm
never
Big
thought
Booty
you'd have been
Blabs.
here
I
with
can't
me.
say anything nice about Blabs. She's only 12, so we gotta like, you don't want to
And
like,
like over a decade plus, it's fine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anyway, I just like it's what an incredible journey. Like one of these days, I'll look back and be like, this is unbelievable. So
Yes, agreed. This is
and Mike Tyson's Punch Out's #1 NES game.
oh my God. Still Like of History says you missed a super chat of mine. If I did, I didn't. I'm sorry. I don't think I did. But
Let me go back.
and Tom Barry Masta with the $20 super chat says chip it in to help support the show. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. And if you guys are new, make sure you guys and thank you very much. That is beyond generous. If you guys are new, please consider hitting the subscribe button right now as we continue to grow little by little. We are going to head over to Patreon right now for just a few more minutes to continue the conversation over at patreon.com/sidescrollers. You can be patron number 170. That would be awesome.
We got 169.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's
Adam's
right.
favorite number +1.
So head on over there and
That would be 170.
Yeah,
right
I'm,
there, right there.
I've
No, the
re-looked
one.
through it, and we didn't miss any super chats
Okay.
that I see.
There was one early
Sometimes
on. from
Robert,
Steel Leg.
you know.
Yeah, there's one very early on from Steel Leg that we mentioned. He may not have been there for the conversation, but once
Yeah,
again, hit the
We read your
subscribe
super
button.
chat, Robert.
Yes. Hit the subscribe button, and we will see you guys later. I'm going to kill the stream over on Twitch, which I'm learning to do in real time, which is great. And where are you? Hold on.
Can I read it real quick?
Yeah, please. You got
I'm
it.
a one-legged cripple who cares to grow a pair.
Oh, there you go. That's a
what
great
he
one.
said.
Sorry, that was me cutting the stream.
Well, thank you
wait,
so much.
read that again.
He said, "I'm a one-legged cripple who cares to grow a pair."
Nice. There it is.
That's
There it
excellent. Excellent. All right. I got one more to go. Oh, you know what I need to do? I know exactly what I need to do. I need to go over to YouTube and kill it. That's what I need to do. And that's what we're going to do. All right. With that said, we're heading over to Patreon right now. We'll see you guys later on. Thank you so much.
Dolly.
Your support is spectacular. And Dolly, always a pleasure. Everybody was outstanding today. We'll see you guys over on Patreon. I do need to put the link up. Hang tight. Give us about 2 minutes. We'll see you guys there. Okay. And now I need to create